Welcome back to another video. This is Bananas for Bikes. Today I want to do a quick almost 2-year update on my Cannondale Topstone 1. This is a size medium 2021 model. If you haven't checked out the 2023 models, highly recommend that you do that. What they've done is they've lowered the seat stays to add some more compliance to the rear end. Although I've never ridden a bike and thought, man, I wish this bike had more rear end compliance. They did add a triplicate mount to the fork, which is a nice touch to keep it updated. However, again, after 2 years of ownership, I've never needed to use any front fork mounts. I found that they're probably not very aerodynamic in terms of mounting stuff here. And I've found it just fine putting a water bottle here. I can fit a full frame bag here, another water bottle here, and another one under here. So I haven't found the need for a front fork mount yet. And they increased the capacity for 45C tires. This one by the factory says 42C, but I have squeezed in WTB Radler 45s in it front and rear, and it's quite tight in the rear, but it doesn't rub, so you can put 45s on here, although the manufacturer wants 42s max. These are 28C. I just got done a Century ride. You can tell it's got quite a bit of space in here, so if you are interested in doing some road riding, you can absolutely fit some skinny tires on here and have it not look too ridiculous. Although for me it does look kind of funny because I'm used to running these WTB Riddlers, which I got right here, which I absolutely love. I cannot say enough good things about them. I know some people don't like them or for whatever reason, but I absolutely love them. You can see the difference, 28s versus 37s. Pretty big difference. Really fills out the frame nicely. The Riddlers are just the perfect blend between on-road efficiency and off-road grip. They're not super grippy off-road, but they're also 37s. These aren't mountain bike tires, you know, and so they definitely offer more cushion and make the road way more comfortable. These are pumped up to 75 PSI. These are Schwalbe Marathon tires, and they're very uncomfortable on the road in terms of just like if the road isn't really nicely paved, you can just feel it, whereas the Riddlers are like a cushion. It's really, really nice. I run those at 40 to 45 PSI. In any case, I did convert this, as you can see, to more of a road bike configuration. Worked out great, slayed the miles in, had a really good ride. This bike is just awesome when it comes to road riding. I've actually come to really enjoy this 11-speed. The jumps between the gears are pretty small, so you can really dial in your cadence that way compared to a 10-speed. I would still rock a 10-speed, no problem with them, but the 11-speed is nice. This is an 1134 with a 4630 front chainring. Shifting is great, as you would come to expect with the GRX. I really love this huge rear pulley. Super easy to clean and service. Compared to the 10-speed, these pulleys are much, much bigger. They look cool. I really like them. And of course, the brakes, these GRX brakes, I really can't say enough good things about them once you get them dialed in. They can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to bleed, but that's just the nature of hydraulic brakes. Is sometimes bleeding goes really smoothly and really well, and then other times it just kind of sucks. I'm just fiddling with them, but I really love the wide levers, and these hoods are huge in a good way. You really get an awesome purchase on here, nice and wide. Really, really like them. This is a knockoff mount for my quad lock. So what I don't really care for the quad lock mounts for the car, but the quad lock mount is kind of unbeatable for the bike. So bought this for $8 on eBay instead of $40 for the quad lock one. And when I need to go road riding, I don't have a GPS unit. You can see this is not, it's not easy to use per se. I'll get it on here. There we go. So that's really convenient to have your phone out there. I don't have a GPS unit. So if you are looking to ride with your phone, this is nice. I just have it on there for that. I don't use it for anything else. Water bottle right here. Great setup. Super easy to use and grab. No worries. You don't have to bend over and fiddle with this while you're, crunching miles. You can just have the water bottle right there, which I've really enjoyed. I just love these forks. I know they don't have the mounts that other forks do, but like I said, I haven't really found the need for front mounts. I've been able to mount everything that I need on a bike with my full frame bag. And the frame bag that I use is this Blackburn. Sits on there like that. You can actually open it, which I really like. It zippers open. I have other videos showing this bag, but it zippers open and fills in the whole frame right up to that bottom water bottle. You can still fit a water bottle in here with this full frame bag, but I do recommend getting the B-Rad, either the B-Rad 2 or the B-Rad 3 for your water bottle mounts. It allows you to slide your water bottle mount down further so you can fit a water bottle in there. And this is a side entry, which is really nice because it's hard to get your water bottles in there with the top entry if you have a frame bag. A couple more talking points here and then we'll wrap up. The group set's great. Tire clearance, like I said, you can squeeze a 45C in here. This is the clearance for 28s. Comparatively to my Kona Sutra, this is the clearance for 40s. So I would say the clearance for 40s on the Sutra is only slightly tighter than the clearance for 28s on this. The Sutra you can fit 2.1s, but this you can only fit 42 is the manufacturer's rating. The weight, oh my gosh, this thing weighs a lot less than the Sutra. This came in at a non-exact 24 pounds with the pedals and the mounts, the two mounts and the two water bottle cages. Probably would come in something like 23 pounds if I took all that off, or 22.5 pounds. Compared to the Kona Sutra, which was closer to 26.5 pounds without pedals and one water bottle. So this is a few pounds lighter and very, very noticeably lighter. And I really like the I think it's called hydrofoam tubing. It's just like the unique design of the bends of the tubes and the shape and all the internal routing. It's just super clean. All the routing is internal, which I really, really like. And it's just a no-frills bike. When I first got it, I really was kind of comparing it to a lot of the bikes circa 2021 were coming with clearance for 45C tires compared to bikes, 2017, 2018. And this bike was outdated in 2021 in terms of not having fork mounts, not having the clearance. But I found over the last 2 years of ownership that none of that stuff really matters. What matters is, do you enjoy riding the bike? Does it fit you well? Is it the right size? I'm 5'7", and this bike is the perfect size for me. The only thing I did differently was I put in this no-name brand stem. I think it's a 60 mil compared to the larger one, but I will say after that road ride, I might put the stock stem back on to stretch it out a little bit more. It did feel a little cramped, but not much. So I might put the larger stem back on. I think it's a 100 mil stem or 110 mil. But I've come to find that you can get bikes with all the bells and whistles, but what happens is you end up not really needing them in practice. So this bike's great if you want to do road riding. This bike is great if you want to do gravel riding. This bike is great if you want to do some touring, you can put some panniers on the back here. You can put front and rear fenders on here. I have done that, but it's just a great bike. I really like it, and I highly recommend it. But if you are looking for something that's a little bit more versatile, something that you can really go like tour the world with, or fit larger tires, or has the front fork mounts, you can take a look at the newer models. Or you can, take a look at the Kona Sutra, which is a great bike too. I just find that riding this bike is a little bit more fun on the road in terms of when I'm doing my training and my exercising. I prefer this over the Sutra. But if it's just a lazy Sunday, yeah, I really like the Sutra too. So I'm still trying to work out. Like, I don't want to keep both bikes, but every time I flippy flop, like, I wanted to sell this bike and keep the Sutra, and then I did the road ride. I'm like, well, I want to keep this bike. I really love road riding with it. So I don't know. I'd really like to sell one of them and get a mountain bike, but at this point, I really like both of them. I wouldn't say that I'm absolutely in love with both of them. I really like both of them. I just can't really decide because they're just two very different bikes. But I would say overall, I would probably keep this bike just because when I do road riding, this is just a much better bike for road riding, in my opinion, than the Sutra. And I really like the GRX group set. And I like that it's lighter weight. And then if I need to go mountain biking or gravel riding, I can grab a mountain bike. But I keep flip-flopping. In a couple weeks, I'll probably like the Sutra more than this. It's hard to say. But in any case, really like the bike. Seat's pretty comfortable. Wheel set's not been a problem. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. It does have mounts down here. These mounts don't really work well because you can see there's like the way that they do the bottom mount here, there's like a lip, so you have to use like a rubber washer to make things fit nicely there. But it does have a mount here. But again, it's like, if you're getting this bike, you're not getting it to put fenders and racks all over it. You're getting this bike because you want to go road riding or gravel riding. And if you want to toss a pair of fenders on here, you can. You want to toss a rack on here, you can. But if you're going to keep rack and fenders on here and load it up, and that's how you want to ride, get the Sutra. But if you like it unloaded, snappy, responsive up the hills, this thing feels lighter and more responsive up the hills than the Sutra, by far. And I really enjoy that when I'm climbing. It just feels like it puts the power down a little bit better. Yeah, and if I want to do more off-roading stuff, I'm leaning more towards getting a mountain bike than necessarily riding the Sutra with big, wide 2.1-inch tires. Anyway, hope you guys like it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Cheers.